Good morning, everybody. My name is Comrade Abraham, motivational speaker, leadership coach, and a conference speaker. I'm here this morning to speak on what I titled The Foundation for the Future. The Foundation for the Future. The foundation is the secret of every building. The strength of every building is being determined by the depth of the foundation. The durability, the height, the strength is being determined by the foundation of the building. So, foundation is the secret of every building. Even when it's the secret of the building, it's the foundation that determines the strength of the building. So you must have a future that it is going to be glorious. You must have a great future. Then there must be a foundation. So foundation is what helps you to stand the storm of life, because definitely the future can never, nothing comes easy in the future. Nothing is easy in the future. So it is the foundation that you lay today that will now help you to stand the future storm. So if you refuse any building that the foundation is not well laid, you always have crack in the future. So if you don't want to have crack in your life, then you must lay a solid foundation today. So if you don't lay a solid foundation today, it will be impossible to have a future that a storm that you will be able to meet the storm of life, because definitely there will always come storm of life in the future. Definitely the storm will always come, but it is the foundation that helps people to weigh the storm of life. In the course of building foundation, there are some raw materials that you will need to mix. The first raw material that you will need to build a solid foundation is vision. The first raw material is vision. Life without vision is life that lasts, that is full of distraction. Life without vision is life that does not have motivation. Life without vision is life that doesn't have motion. Life without vision is life full of frustration and struggle. So vision is what helps you to build a solid foundation. And what is vision? Vision is simply having a mental picture of your desired future. Having a mental picture of your desired future. So until you have vision, you can never have direction in life. So a man without vision is somebody that is traveling but does not have a certain destination of where he's going. So you can never arrive at a future that you have not first seen. So the question is, what are you seeing? What are you seeing about your life? How are you seeing your life in the next 2 years? How are you seeing your life in the next 5 years? How are you seeing your life in the next 10 years? Until you have vision, it will be impossible to see a positive life in the future. So it will also be impossible to weigh the storm of life in the future. So if you don't want to have crack, if you want to dodge having crack in the future, then you must sit down today to discover your vision, because the greatest gift that God gave man is not the gift of sight, but the gift of vision. So until you have, everybody was born with a vision. For example, my vision is to inspire, help to inspire you and help draw up that leadership in you. So that is why any human being I meet, with time, the person always discover who he was born to become. So you also have a vision. The world is also waiting for your vision. So you discover your vision so that you can weigh the storm of life. The second material in the course of building a solid foundation for the future is information. Information is key to a glorious destiny. No vision. Vision will always be stagnated when there is no adequate information. So how glorious the vision is will be determined by the quality of information that you have. So information helps to drive the vision. Every vision drives to the level of the information that you acquire. The quality of information determines the quality of destiny that you have. If you lack information, it will be impossible for a vision to succeed. Because vision is like a skeleton. It is information. Information is like a flesh that gives life to the vision. So without vision, without information, it will be impossible for the vision to have life. What fuel is to a vehicle is what vision. Is what information is to vision. What fuel is to a vehicle is what information is to vision. So until you have adequate information, it will be impossible to succeed in your vision. So vision lies, the success of every vision lies at the quality of information that you have. So information is key to succeeding in life. So if you cannot succeed, everybody rises to the level of the quality of information that you have. Everybody rises to the level of understanding that you have. Like I said, it is not about the action that you take that makes you successful, but it is the understanding towards the action that makes you successful. That's why two people can do the same thing, but have different results based on their understanding. So your understanding comes with the
quality of information that you acquire. What is the hidden information? Information is simply a news that influences your thought and action. The news that you acquire which influences your thought and action. So you must build a solid foundation so that you may be able to succeed in the future, so that you may have a race, because the cure to race in the future is building a solid foundation today. So you must make sure that you have vision first, and you must have information that will help the vision to strike, because without information it will be impossible for that vision to succeed. That every vision will always be stagnated when there is lack of vision. Why vision fail is mostly because of lack of information to drive the vision. So you must make sure that those two things are in place if you must build a solid foundation that will help you to weigh the storm of life, that will help you to have a grace in the future, that will help you not to have crack. Because most people that are having crack today at 50, 45, 60 is as a result that they had played when they were supposed to have built a solid foundation. That's why it's showing in them, because every building always in the future will always show the depth of the foundation. If the foundation was not well laid, that building is definitely going to have crack in the future. So every destiny that did not take time to lay the foundation when it's supposed to have laid, you always have crack in the future. So if you want to have race, if you don't want to have crack in the future, then you must sit down today and lay the solid foundation. And don't forget, the two material that you need to lay a solid foundation is first vision, second is information. Until these two things are in place, it will be impossible to have a race in the future. So it will also be impossible to weigh the storm of life, because the future, things in the future has not, it doesn't come easily. Things, because if you understand that the things you did not do yesterday, today is difficult for you to do it. Tomorrow it might be possibly impossible. So what you have to do now is to sit down and plan your life, sit down and arrange your life, sit down and see how to reprogram your life, because your destiny is in your hand. Nobody will decide for you. You are the one to decide the kind of future that you want to have. Thank you very much once again. Do well to always follow our video. Thank you.